You are about to turn 65. Maybe you have already been told to sign up for Medicare. Maybe Social Security sent you a letter. Maybe someone in your family mentioned it, and you thought, okay, I will just sign up when the time comes. It cannot be that complicated. But here is what nobody warned you about. There are deadlines buried inside this system that most people never hear about until it is too late. There are hidden surcharges that can add hundreds of dollars to your Medicare bill every single month, based on income from 2 years ago that you cannot change now. There are traps inside the enrollment process that can follow you for the rest of your life and cost you thousands of dollars in permanent penalties you will never stop paying. Social Security will not call you to warn you. Medicare will not send you a detailed guide, and most financial advisors only bring this up after the damage is already done. Today, we are pulling back the curtain on everything the system does not tell you about Medicare when you turn 65. Every rule, every deadline, every hidden cost, and every smart move you need to make before your birthday arrives. This is the video I wish someone had shown every single one of you years ago. And it starts right now. Welcome back to Rule by Seniors, the channel built for people who have spent a lifetime working, paying into the system, and now deserve to get every single dollar they have earned out of it. We cover Social Security, Medicare, retirement income, and every government rule that affects your financial future, in plain, clear, honest language. If you are new here, we are glad you found us before something costly happened. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now and ring the notification bell, because we release new videos regularly and every one of them is packed with information that can protect your retirement. And if you have a friend or family member who is approaching 65, do them a favor and share this video with them today. What we are about to cover could save them thousands of dollars. Now let us get into it. Let us start with the very first thing most people get completely wrong about Medicare. And it is the assumption that costs people more money than almost any other Medicare mistake out there. Most people assume that Medicare automatically kicks in when they turn 65. They think the government just knows, sends a card, and everything starts on its own. For some people, that is actually true. But for many others, possibly you, it is absolutely not. And the difference between those two groups matters enormously. If you are already receiving Social Security retirement benefits at least 4 months before your 65th birthday, then yes, you will be automatically enrolled in both Medicare Part A and Medicare Part B. Your card will arrive in the mail roughly 3 months before your coverage begins, and you will not need to do anything additional. But if you are not yet receiving Social Security benefits when you turn 65, which is increasingly common because more Americans are delaying Social Security to maximize their monthly payments, you are not automatically enrolled in Medicare. You have to apply yourself. And there is a window to do it. That window is called the initial enrollment period, and it is exactly 7 months long. It begins 3 months before the month you turn 65 and ends 3 months after the month you turn 65. Miss that window, and you enter a world of penalties that most people were never warned existed. Here is where it gets important, and where the real money starts to be on the line. Medicare. Part A covers hospital stays, skilled nursing facility care, hospice, and some home health services. For most people, Part A is free, meaning there is no monthly premium, because you paid Medicare taxes throughout your working years. If you worked and paid those taxes for at least 40 quarters, which is 10 years, you qualify for premium-free Part A. Most Americans do, but Part B is different. Part B covers your doctor visits, outpatient services, preventive care, lab work, and medical equipment. Part B is not free. Everyone pays a monthly premium for Part B, and in 2026, that standard premium is $202.90 per month. That amount is deducted directly from your Social Security check if you are receiving benefits. If you are not yet receiving benefits, it is billed to you quarterly. Now, here is the critical information that far too many people approaching 65 never hear until they are sitting across from a Medicare counselor with their jaw on the floor. If you miss your initial enrollment period for Part B and you do not have what the government calls creditable coverage from another qualifying source, you will face a late enrollment penalty. And that penalty does not go away. It is permanent. For every full 12-month period that you were eligible for Part B but chose not to enroll without having qualifying coverage, the government adds 10% to your monthly Part B premium for life. 10% sounds small, but run the math. If you delay Part B enrollment for just 3 years, your monthly premium is permanently 30% higher than the standard rate. In 2026, instead of paying $202.90 per month, you would pay roughly $263.77 per month. Every month, for the rest of your life. Delay by 7 years and the penalty reaches 70%, pushing your monthly Part B cost to approximately $344.93 in today's dollars. And that number continues to rise as the base premium increases each year. This is a penalty that compounds on top of a premium that already rises over time. So who can safely delay Medicare Part B without facing this penalty? The answer is specific and the rules matter. If you are still working at 65 and you are covered under a group health insurance plan through an employer that has 20 or more employees, you can delay Part B enrollment without penalty. The key word is employer, not a retiree plan, not COBRA, not a plan through a union that you are no longer actively working for. It must be active employer group health coverage from a company with at least 20 employees. If your coverage comes from a small business with fewer than 20 employees, that coverage does not protect you from the Part B penalty, even if it seems like legitimate insurance. The size of the employer matters, and many people learn this the hard way. There is also an important rule about what happens when that employer coverage ends. Once you stop working or lose that employer coverage, you have a special enrollment period that is exactly 8 months long to sign up for Medicare Part B without facing the late penalty. 8 months, not 6, not a year. 8 months. And it starts from the day you stop working or the day your employer coverage ends, whichever comes first. If you miss that 8-month window, you will face the permanent penalty. And here is a detail that catches people off guard. COBRA coverage does not count as qualifying employer coverage under Medicare rules. If you retire and extend your old employer's insurance through COBRA, Medicare does not treat that as legitimate creditable coverage for the purposes of avoiding the Part B penalty. If you are relying on COBRA to bridge you to Medicare, you still need to enroll in Part B during your 8-month special enrollment period from the date your active employer coverage ended, not the date your COBRA ends. Now let us talk about Part D, which is Medicare's prescription drug coverage, because the same penalty logic applies here and the deadline is just as unforgiving. Part D is the coverage that pays for your medications. It is offered through private insurance companies that contract with Medicare, and there is a wide range of plans with different premiums and formularies depending on what drugs you take. In 2026, the average basic premium for a standalone Medicare Part D plan is approximately $34.50 per month. But if you go more than 63 days without Medicare drug coverage or other creditable prescription drug coverage after you first become eligible for Medicare, you will face a Part D late enrollment penalty. That penalty is calculated as approximately 1% of the national base beneficiary premium, which is $38.99 in 2026 for each month you delayed. That works out to roughly 35 cents per month for each month of delay. And just like the Part B penalty, it is added to your Part D premium, and it never goes away. It follows you for as long as you have Medicare drug coverage. The important distinction here is whether your current drug coverage, from an employer plan, a union plan, or any other source, is considered creditable. Creditable simply means that the coverage is expected to pay at least as much as Medicare's standard drug coverage would. Your plan is required by law to tell you every year whether your drug coverage is creditable. If it is, keep that letter. You may need it to prove your coverage was creditable if you enroll in Part D later without penalty. If you are not sure whether your current drug coverage is creditable, do not guess. Ask your plan administrator directly. Now we need to talk about one of the most genuinely surprising and most financially damaging Medicare rules that people approaching 65 almost never hear about until it blindsides them. It is called IRMA, which stands for Income-Related Monthly Adjustment Amount, and it is the hidden surcharge that hits people with higher incomes and dramatically increases what they pay for Medicare Part B and Part D every single month. Here is how IRMA works. Medicare is not a flat fee program for everyone. If your income exceeds certain thresholds, the government requires you to pay more for your Part B and Part D coverage on top of the standard premium. In 2026, IRMA kicks in for individuals whose modified adjusted gross income exceeds $109,000 per year, or for married couples filing jointly whose income exceeds $218,000 per year. If your income is even $1 above those thresholds, you automatically move into the first IRMA A surcharge bracket, and your monthly Part B premium climbs above the standard $202.90. Depending on your income level, that surcharge for Part B can range from an additional $81.20 per month, all the way up to an additional $487 per month, on top of the base premium. Including the ERMA A surcharge, the highest income Medicare beneficiaries pay as much as $689.90 per month for Part B alone in 2026. But here's the part that makes IRMA particularly shocking for people who are not expecting it. Medicare does not look at your current income when determining whether you owe IRMA. It looks at your income from 2 years ago. That means your 2026 Medicare premiums are based entirely on the income you reported on your 2024 tax return. And that creates a situation that catches newly retired people constantly. Say you worked hard, earned a good income in 2024, and then retired in 2025. Your income in 2026 may be dramatically lower, but Medicare is still billing you based on what you earned 2 years ago. You are retired and living on a fixed income, and yet your Medicare bill reflects the income of someone who was fully employed. This mismatch is real, it is common, and it costs people thousands of dollars in the first years of Medicare. The good news is that there is a process to appeal your IRMA if your income has dropped significantly due to a qualifying life event. Retirement counts as a qualifying event. So does the death of a spouse, divorce, loss of income-producing property, and several other situations. The appeal form is called SSA 44, and it is available through Social Security. If your income has genuinely dropped since the year Medicare is using to calculate your surcharge, file that appeal. Do not assume the system will figure it out on its own. It will not. You have to ask. The ERMA A surcharge also applies regardless of whether you have original Medicare or a Medicare Advantage plan. Many people assume that switching to a Medicare Advantage plan somehow shields them from ERMA A. It does not. If your income triggers ERMA A, that surcharge follows you into any Medicare plan type because it is tied to your Part B enrollment itself, not to the specific plan you choose. Let us also address one of the most common and costly misconceptions about Medicare and health savings accounts, because this affects a growing number of people who have been building their HSA savings to use in retirement. If you have a health savings account, an HSA, and you are still contributing to it, you must stop contributing once your Medicare coverage begins. Once Medicare starts, you are no longer eligible to make new contributions to an HSA. This is true even for Part A, which many people enroll in automatically without realizing it triggers the HSA restriction. If you continue making HSA contributions after your Medicare begins, the IRS will treat those contributions as excess contributions, and you will owe taxes and penalties on them. Yet, if you are planning to delay Medicare precisely so you can continue contributing to your HSA, that is a legitimate strategy. But you need to coordinate it carefully with your employer coverage to make sure you do not accidentally trigger the Part B late enrollment penalty while doing so. There is one more rule that affects people who are turning 65 in 2026 and is worth understanding clearly. When you enroll in Medicare Part B during the last 3 months of your initial enrollment period, meaning the 3 months after your birthday month, your coverage does not start immediately. The start date for your coverage can be delayed by 1 to 2 months, depending on exactly when you enroll. This means if you wait until after your birthday month to sign up, you may have a gap in your coverage. If you want your Part B coverage to begin on the first day of your birthday month, you need to enroll during the 3 months before your birthday month. Timing your enrollment correctly is not just paperwork. It is the difference between having coverage when you need it, or discovering a gap when you visit a doctor, and hand over a Medicare card that has not activated yet. Now let us talk about what your real options are once you are enrolled, because understanding the structure of Medicare is just as important as getting enrolled on time. Original Medicare, Parts A and B together covers a wide range of services, but it does not cover everything. There are copays, coinsurance, deductibles, and significant gaps in coverage, particularly for things like dental care, vision, hearing, and long-term care. Most people who choose Original Medicare also purchase a Medicare supplement plan, commonly called Medigap, to cover these out-of-pocket costs and fill the gaps. In 2026, the most comprehensive and popular Medigap plans are Plan G and Plan N. These plans are sold by private insurance companies and pricing varies by location, age, and health history. The best time to enroll in a Medigap plan is during your 6-month Medigap open enrollment period, which begins the first month you have both Part B coverage and are age 65 or older. During this window, insurance companies cannot deny you coverage or charge you more based on your health history. Once that window closes, they can, and often will. The alternative to Original Medicare with Medigap is Medicare Advantage, also called Part C. Medicare Advantage plans are all-in-one plans offered by private insurers that bundle your hospital, medical, and usually drug coverage together. Many Advantage plans have low or even zero monthly premiums beyond what you pay for Part B, and many include extra benefits like dental, vision, and hearing coverage. But the trade-off is that Advantage plans typically use provider networks. You may need referrals, you may not be able to see certain specialists without prior approval, and if you travel frequently or spend time in multiple states, network restrictions can create real problems with access to care. Neither option is universally better. The right choice depends on your health situation, your doctors, your medications, where you live, and how much financial predictability you need. What matters is that you understand what you are choosing and that you make that choice with full information, not by defaulting to whatever is easiest or cheapest in the short term. So let us bring everything together because there is a lot here, and every single piece of it matters. Turning 65 is one of the most important financial milestones of your life, and Medicare is one of the most consequential decisions that comes with it. Your initial enrollment period is 7 months, 3 months before your birthday month through 3 months after. Miss it without qualifying coverage, and you pay a permanent Part B penalty of 10% per year of delay. Delay Part D without creditable drug coverage for more than 63 days, and you face a permanent Part D penalty. If you are working past 65 with employer coverage from a company of at least 20 employees, you can delay Part B without penalty. But you must enroll within 8 months of losing that coverage, and COBRA does not count. ERMIA surcharges can dramatically increase your premiums if your income from 2 years ago crossed the thresholds, but you can appeal if your income has dropped due to retirement or another qualifying life event. And if you have an HSA, your contributions must stop when Medicare begins. Here at Rule by Seniors, this is exactly why we exist. Because the system is complicated on purpose. Because the rules are buried in fine print. And because the people who built this system are counting on the fact that most people will not know these rules until it is too late to avoid the consequences. You deserve better than that. You worked too hard and paid too much into the system to get caught off guard by rules nobody bothered to explain to you in plain English. If this video gave you information you needed today, please give it a thumbs up right now. It helps more seniors find this channel and get the help they deserve. Leave your questions and comments below and we will answer them. Share this video with anyone you know who is approaching 65 because this information could save them thousands of dollars. And if you have not subscribed yet, do it right now. We have more videos coming that go even deeper into Medicare strategy, Social Security timing, retirement income planning, and everything else that matters to your financial future. This is Rule by Seniors. We are on your side. We will see you in the next one.